Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and today we're going to talk about Roundhill, Roundup, YBTC, even though I just did a BTC video just the other day, and they changed things again. And the changes to the NASDAQ-100. I was going to do other stuff this week, but this kind of fills up this 10-minute window that I'm going to take of your life. So thank you for joining and watching for the next 10 minutes. I would watch it at 1.5 speed, like I watch all YouTube videos. That's just me. Doesn't matter to me what speed, but I would not be watching this at 1 or 1.25 because I speak slow. Now, first order of business. I did a video on T-Spy the other day, and Tap Alpha made a comment on the video. If you haven't seen it, please go give feedback to Tap Alpha. They are reading the comments. Just so I throw it out for conversation. Now let's talk about Roundhill. They came out with distributions this week, and I just shook my head. They paid 15 cents on XDTE, 16 cents on QDTE, and 37 cents on RDTE. So, that's all I can do is because clearly they did not take into consideration the share count went up 23%. I should have not just cared. What do I care if they overpay you? I mean, I'm getting paid no matter what, but hey, it is what it is. So when I did the math, the original time, it would have been 13, 14, 37. Okay, they would have been really close. But then I did a share count adjustment, and it brought it down. And all I can do is throw my hands up and go, all right, ladies and gentlemen, nothing that you and I can do about it, but you should be aware of, they didn't earn the money, but they paid it out. You can argue, you can scream, you can do whatever, but I show you the calls every single week and the amount of money they earn 37 cents. But when they earned 37 cents, that was 23% less shares than they had to pay out. I don't know. I just throw it out. It is what it is. So knowing that, going forward, I will not adjust for share count. They don't want to do it. No reason for me to do it. Far be it for me to outguess what the fund managers are doing because, well, we'll just go there. So this Friday, they should pay 20 cents for XDTE, 23 cents for QDTE, and 25 cents for RDTE because that's how much they earned on their premiums. And that's all I can say. And that includes the share count from last week. And that appears to be what they're paying. So, who cares if they have additional shares and cost you more money? Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. QDTE. Oh, look at that. They only went through the strike once this week. It only cost $3.5 million to close it out. And that's including the $500,000 that they got for it. It is what it is. They got called out on it. It went through the strike. So at the end of the week, they only lost $1.9 million for the week of closing things out. Hey, but don't worry. They're going to still pay us that $2.1 million divided by the share count that's on their website today, which equals about 15 cents 2 weeks from now. Woohoo! Way to go. Nice premium. Let's move to XDTE. XDTE had the same problem. Wednesday was a problem for both XDTE and QDTE. Only day that they went through the strike. One thing that's very noticeable, and this is just not for XDTE, this is market in general. When I see VIX down in the 13 range, not a whole lot of premiums to be made. And this goes for SFAL, this goes for T-SPY, this goes for everybody. SPY, everybody. This is not a Roundhill issue. This is a general options issue across the board because volatility is going to dictate option premium. And that's a problem. Just saying that it's a problem. Hopefully the volatility comes back. I'd like to see something closer to the, I don't know, 17 to 20 range, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, no complaints. No complaints. Can't control the market. RDTE is your friend still. There you go. They had 0 calls go through the strikes. They wrote everything out of the money, and we're good to go. Notice that that exchange has a higher volatility if in the 20s. And you can see that they make more premiums and they get paid more per share. That's all I'm talking about. Nothing fancy. Absolutely nothing fancy. I just wish that other ones were up in the 20s. QDTE will get there. Before you know it, the volatility is going to get extremely high. But we'll talk about that. So at the end of the day, 2 weeks from now, XDTE is going to pay about 9.5 cents. QDTE is going to pay about 15 cents. And your RDTE is going to pay about 26 cents. Going to get tough for me to do a whole lot of reinvesting at those premiums, but it is what it is. And I'm going to just take it and say thank you because it's money that I did not have before. And we should always be thankful when somebody gives us money. It's no reason to be not thankful in life because that just brings down the whole entire world of not being thankful. And it's getting close to the season that we should be thankful for a lot of things in our lives. Let's talk about YBIT. YBTC. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm just going to leave that one in because that is how tired Brad is about editing. He says YBIT, YBTC, it's a Y something. But YBTC from Roundhill, they came out right after I did the video and said, hey, we're going to move YBIT to IBIT. IBIT, YBIT, some bit. That's actually BlackRock's ETF or exchange traded product. So go ahead and call me out. It's not even an ETF, it's an ETP. ETP, ETF, EFG, I don't know. It's IBIT. So IBIT, at the end of the day, is the new options for YBTC. So now we're all back to being friends again, except for BTCI, YBTC, your YBIT, your Maxi, even though Maxi sells that future, also sells contracts on IBIT. So they all went to IBIT except for BTCI, which is doing the 1256 contracts on an index for tax efficiencies because that is what they're known for. But Maxi pays the higher yield of the two. I don't know. It's up to you. You do your research. Figure out which one you want to hold. And you should hold something. I would prefer holding one of the 2 or 3 that were, on the higher end of the testing. But that's me. You go choose your own poison. I don't know. We're just going to go there. We're not even going to edit that out. We're just leaving it all in today. Maybe I might edit some of that out. So let's talk about the NASDAQ-100. I did a video, I don't even know how long ago, but I said that MicroStrategy was going to get into the NASDAQ. I was told I was wrong. I didn't know where people get their information from. I just shake my head. So we have 3 new people getting into the NASDAQ-100, PLTR, which if you're watching my momentum play, PLTY is in that group. MicroStrategy, MSTR. I'm playing MSTY. and Axon. A friend of mine has had, I don't know, Axon, and I'm okay with that. Now, look who's on the way out. SMCI. Well, that's not going to do them very good, so be careful there. And mRNA is on the way out. Well, that's not going to do that. You can see where this conversation's headed. If they're on the way out and the others are on the way in, I would bet on the ones on the way in, not on the ones on the way out. I don't know. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong down in the comments below, but feel free. I'm going to take the ones on the way in, not on the ones on the way out. I don't know. I guess that's too logical. It's a different approach. Different approach. And everybody has their own stuff. And by the way, this is not legal. I forgot to even mention that. Legal finance advice or whatever. Hopefully you get my humor for the day, because Brad is just sitting here wondering to himself all day long about, is it worth it? It is worth it, because I think people are hilarious. Just thought I'd throw it out for a conversation. And if you didn't understand my whole video about James and investment answers, I rely on him for my MSTR price predictions, and I think he is a great channel. Somebody misunderstood what I said the other day about somebody being scamish with FTX. That is not. I want to make sure you understand. That is not James. James is a stand-up person. He even did a video last night when this was announced. So go watch his video for price predictions, because Brad is not going to do a price prediction, because price predictions are always going to get you in trouble. I just know that being part of the QQQ and all the rest of them that have to buy PLTR and MSTR and Axon is going to drive up the price, or at least make the price a little bit more, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess what it's going to make it. We're just going to say, hey, do what you want to do with the information. You now have the information. And to all those naysayers, I hope you got in. I hope you did something. But if you have anything that's tied to mRNA and SMCI, and you should know what I'm talking about, if you are or are not, you might want to get them out of your account. No matter if it's in a YMAX or one of those others, just pointing it out that not so good for those two stocks. So until next time, God bless and be cheerful.